What made you do this, Ric?
Because I couldn't stand the last couple of matches I had, or I couldn't stand the last year I had. And I'm in 10 times better shape, training with Rob, who Mojo knows real well, 4 days a week. Right. I needed someone to really push me. The difference in working out and working out with a guy like Rob up at Cena's gym, which is pretty intense in itself, but I needed someone to motivate me. And to motivate me, what motivates me is doing something that I like to do, and that's wrestle. And with all the stuff I've had happen on my elbows, knees, back, neck, everything is fine. Wow. That's never been an issue for me. Knock on wood. Even after the airplane crash, my back has been great. And so I don't have any aches or pains. I know I've had the health issues, but I've asked 40 different doctors and decided I was only going to listen to one. Not necessarily the one that was going to give me the right answer, but that I felt the most comfortable with. And the issue was the amount of scar tissue on around the pacemaker. And then of course the blood thinner that I was on for the blood clot I had in my leg that I've had off over the, and everything's normal.
So did they say it was safe, Ric, for you to get in there and you'll be okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, I just won't take a blood thinner the day of.
But
actually, it doesn't. Well, blood thinner doesn't affect my performance or anything. What it does, you just bruise. It's not so much the bumps. I got over the fear of taking a couple bumps. Now it's up and down fast. Motor knows what I'm talking about. It's going from 20 miles an hour to 40 to 60 to 80. But I have 2.5 months to do it. So I'll be running, I'll never run at 100% again, but I'll be running at 80, 85%.
Wow.
Yeah, and if we're talking about
what you saw on video with me and Jay was probably 10%.
Wow.
Now we just finding my way around. Does that make sense? Just getting myself acquainted with the surroundings again. So,
and if we're talking about 2.5 months, that's obviously a long time. You're training with Rob, who's just the guru. Obviously, he's been one of John Cena's best friends and trainers for decades. I've trained with him myself. Intense guy. And then, man, you're looking sharp. We all saw the footage with Jay Lethal rocking and roll. There it is, baby.
Ric. You're making me feel so bad about myself right now. Ric. Look at those guns.
2.5 more months of training with Rob, of being in the ring. I can't imagine where you're going to be at that point. That's going to be
tackle,
awesome.
drop down, leapfrog, get it again.
Get it again.
I saw a video online. You touched down in the United States and you literally got down on your hands and knees and kissed the ground. And that's because you were actually in Ukraine and you were helping people there, obviously in need of help with the terrible war going on. What did you do, Wendy? Why were you out there? And just kudos for your bravery.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I mean, there's not just me, but there's so many volunteers around the world that are going over there and feel this passion about humanity and humanitarian crises in the world. And so I couldn't stop thinking about it. And one day I said, that's it, I'm going. And I went over and did whatever I could. I helped every possible way I could inside Ukraine, on the border, you know, transferring people out into other countries, whatever I could do to help. And then everything I saw, that's basically why when I got home and I touched the ground, you learn to appreciate what you have, your own country, everything, once you've been in a situation like that. And I couldn't wait to sit there and get home and tell everyone I loved them and tell everybody how great this country is.
Yeah, I did the same exact thing when I landed and back in Nagoya after going to North Korea.
We sometimes forget because we're so in, you know, just living the life and enjoying everything. And then you go into an environment, like he said, North Korea, or in this crisis here, and you just realize that, you know, what you have is amazing. And, you know, my whole thing was just wanting to make sure that I give back, like everyone around the world, they give back in simple ways. They could be just thoughts, prayers, but everybody finds their way. And that was mine to go over.
Can I leave Mojo with a thought to lighten
Absolutely. Absolutely, Ric, please.
Mojo, you know why she's back in Tampa? Amazing. 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 Woo! You better play that thing. Wendy's back in town because I'm amazing.